Camera rolling. Action!
Welcome everyone to the viewing of the much anticipated Stage Lights films. At the beginning of the year, which now seems like an eternity ago, we introduced the children to a wide range of myths and legends. Each class chose one story which we then crafted plays out of.
We created storyboards, we wrote scripts, held auditions, assigned roles, and we even created a trailer. All was going smooth and on its way to a live stage performance on the 31st of May.
Then, all our lives turned upside down.
With the circuit breaker came a world of uncertainty!
In the weeks that followed, we eventually decided to create Zoom shows out of the plays we created. But when we were given the green light to come back to the center with the students, we welcomed it because we knew nothing can replace the energy and connection we experience when we have everyone in class.
This transition
Was by no means an easy one. We decided to create full-fledged films out of the plays we created, but everybody's safety was our top priority. So, we followed all the necessary safety precautions by using face shields during our scenes and keeping a 1 meter distance between all performers.
We also had to record all of our scenes in a highly limited number of hours available to us for each class. And we had to find creative ways to depict the scenes which were originally meant for stage, pre-social distancing times.
Needless to say, throughout this whole process, our whole team learned so much. After a grueling, hectic, but immensely satisfying few months of preparing,
Shooting,
And editing, we proudly bring to you our 5 Stage Lights short films based on myths and legends. We have
Trojan Horse, based on the popular Greek myth, presented to you by the 9 a.m. class.
Bukit Merah, from our very own local tradition of legendary, presented to you by the 11 a.m. class.
El Jaguara, based on the South American myth about jaguars, presented to you by the 1 p.m. class.
The River Conwy based on the Welsh myth of the deadly water monster, presented to you by the 4 p.m. class.
And lastly, The House of the Watcher, based on the eerie story of the Matilda House here in Singapore, presented to you by the Stage Light secondary school students. We would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to each and every amazing student who owned this project with such positivity and dedication.
To all our performers' parents and families for constantly supporting them in so many ways.
And to our extended Julia Gabriel team, who contributed to this project in small and big ways.
Without any of you, this would not have been possible.
Enjoy
the show!
there. Oh, but you know how it is at this age. I can barely see my knitting anymore. but my brain is still sharp, I can assure you. Look at all of you, sitting all so quietly. You should have said something, but you couldn't, since you're all on mute. Now, let me guess. You're all here for the story, aren't you? How do I know? Well, look at you. You're practically begging for the story. And what better place to tell the tale than on Zoom? Strange times. You know, I find it funny that even though you've heard the story so many times, you still want to hear it again. But I can't blame you. After all, you haven't heard Nenek Nur tell it, have you? Oh, I beg your pardon. I haven't introduced myself yet. How rude of me. I'm Nenek Nur. Some of you asked me about my scars. Well, I'm glad you asked. It's how I usually start the story anyway. Times were hard in those days for Singapore. It all started with the swordfish infestation. They were brutal. Before we were saved, many were left scarred for life. Some even perished.
Rise and shine, children! Hurry up and eat your breakfast. Are you ready? The boats are waiting. Those fish aren't going to catch themselves. Almost ready, Farah. Hurry up!
What for breakfast?
Steamed banana and rice.
Banana, my favorite. It's banana.
Why do you always add another na? Nadima, say banana. Banana. Yes! Now.
Why can't we have fish for breakfast? It's been so long since we have fish. I'm so tired of rice and banana over and over again.
We haven't been able to catch enough. And the fish we do catch, we have to send to the palace. Something is not right in the waters of the coast of Singapore. Which is why we're taking a boat further out today. It's going to be a long day, but if we get going, who knows? We might have fish for dinner tonight.
Yay!
Are we all done? Are you coming after all? Of course. I may not be as strong as I once was, but at least I can teach my grandchildren the wonders of the sea.
Abdul, is the sea dangerous?
It can be, but as long as you stay in the boat, you'll be fine. There aren't many storms in these waters, so our boats are safe.
I think I saw something jump out of the water. You must be imagining things. No, I really did. I'm scared. Me too.
Don't worry, girls. It's just... Farah, are you okay?
Oh, you're dead. Be careful.
Swordfish.
Look out! There are more. Get back to the hill! announcing the arrival of His Majesty, King Paduka, Her Majesty, Queen Naila, and His Royal Highness, Prince Iskandar.
Stand up and bow for the royal family. I said, stand up and bow for the royal family.
He's injured. Can't you see? Have some sympathy.
What is this mess? What happened here?
Your Majesties, we've had the most terrible experience. We went deeper out to sea and were attacked by a school of swordfish. Who asked you to go fishing so far out anyway?
Papa, can we go back to the palace? This place is so stinky.
Very soon, my darling son. We're almost done with these people. Why couldn't you just fish by the beach? We tried, but there haven't been many fish lately.
My point exactly. We received half the fish we were due to send to the palace.
You're falling short. My guess is that a swordfish they've eaten.
Don't expect us to feel sorry for you, old man.
But Queen, if we don't fish out at sea, we cannot make our quota. And we cannot make a living. Without fish, our livelihoods are lost. The swordfish are causing a major problem.
Why don't you just stand, make a wall with your legs, then the swordfish will be blocked?
That makes absolutely no sense.
How dare you speak to the prince that way?
What about banana trees? What do you say, Nazima? Banana trees. We go back to sea. We chop banana tree chunks. You mean use them like a shield?
That makes sense. Do what you need to do.
We're running out of patience. Too many mosquitoes. Mama, can we go home already? Why do I have to come anyway? We're going. My precious little son, don't you worry.
Get back to work and clean up this mess.
You heard the king. Clean up this mess.
Get back to work! Clean up this mess! You heard the king!
Your Majesties, if you could kindly... No more questions.
No more questions! Get to work!
It's so unfair. Who made them king and queen? What are we going to do? Will Nagima's plan work? What did you have exactly in mind, Nagima? We shield our boats with banana trunks tied closely together with no gap. We cover our heads too, and when the swordfish attack, they get stuck like this. Boing! This is brilliant! Nadima, you're a genius! Banana! Chop, chop, banana!
Daylight come and me won't go.
Peel, banana, peel, banana. Chop, banana, chop, banana. Banana trunks, banana trunks.
Come, Mr. Taliban, Taliban my banana.
Banana trunks, banana trunks. Tie together, tie together. To trap the swordfish, trap the swordfish. Whee!
The swordfish have tasted our blood. They will be waiting.
Hold, take cover! Hold, take cover! Kill the swordfish! Kill the swordfish! Kill the swordfish! Cut off the pointy swords! Haha, no more sword for you, now you're just fish! More! Take cover! More! Take cover! Kill! The best part is we won't have to fish for days! Kill! That's right here, Nagina, right here! Kill! This
would have none of this if it weren't for our bright and clever Nadima.
What would we do without you, Nadima?
This calls for a party.
A banana party in honor of Nadima.
A banana party for me? Yay! This is just the beginning, my dearest Nadima.
Your future is bright. You will do great things. Who knows, one day you might even become Queen. Queen Nadima. You have saved the people of Singapore. Queen Nadima, 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 Queen Nadima.
When I grow up and become the king of Singapore, there'll be no more silly visits to the village, and I'll just sit here in the palace and eat cake all day. Yum!
Aren't you just adorable? Isn't he adorable, dear? So adorable. You're back. What news from the miserable fisher folk? Your Highness, their boats are full of fish. Swordfish, Your Highness.
That's good news. Finally.
When I grow up and become the king of Singapore, I'm gonna take all the money in the land and make an even bigger palace to live in all by myself.
How did they kill the swordfish? They made shields out of banana trunks and went out to sea. The swordfish then jumped and got stuck in the trunks, making it easy for them to kill. It was the little girl's idea. They say she will do great things. That one day she will even be chosen as queen. What nonsense! How dare they even think it?
When I grow up and become the king of Singapore, I'll buy a big, giant, beautiful ship and travel to different countries to buy toys and bring them back to play with. And I will never, ever be born.
Such intelligence in a girl so young could one day be a threat to our dear Iskandar's throne.
We cannot let this happen. We must do anything to stop it. Anything!
Mama, Papa, when I grow up, will anyone stop me from becoming the king of Singapore?
Of course not, my darling.
Okay.
Kill the girl.
But Your Highness, that's an order. Here, take this for your efforts.
Very well, Your Highness.
every time, even though I've been hearing and telling this story for so many years. Justice was never served, and these scars still hurt. You see, the day the swordfish attacked, I was protected. These scars weren't made by swordfish. They were made by jealousy. Nadima's sacrifice lives on in the legend of Bukit Merah. I live on. Forever. I am Nadima. Nor Nadima.
Action!
Get back to work! Clean up this mess! You are the king!
Sorry, it's her line first. That was good. That was great. That was great. But it's her line first.
Nadima!
Wait.
Rolling.
This is just the beginning. Wait, no, wrong line.
Sorry,
Wrong line, wrong.
Too many mosquitoes. Mama. When I grow up and become the king of Singapore.
Rolling.
Party. A banana party in honor of...
Action!
My point His Majesty, King Paduka.
What? Can you do one step?
Queen Nadima! Queen Nadima! Queen Nadima! Queen Nadima!